Hi my lovelies, let me hope you are doing great. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kitty and this is Kitty Crochet's channel. So here we'll be learning some crochet designs together. So if you're new here, you can tap on that subscribe button, and after doing that you can also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be posted in case I upload any new video. Well, for those who have subscribed already, thank you very much for joining the family. Thank you for keeping this family growing every now and then. I am really so grateful. I am so grateful. I can't believe I have as many as you are right now. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you for liking my tutorials. You keep me moving. Yeah, and I am now back with another tutorial, and today we are gonna look at something I have wanted to make for months. I literally did half of it and I was just remaining with making the tutorial, but I've been so lazy doing this, and finally the day has come. I am doing this today. So we are gonna look at how to make a crocheted checkered sweater, and I know you are really gonna love this because I love the way I mixed these colors. Well, I already made this part and we are gonna start by making an exact part like this, to make it one for the front and then the second one for the back. As you can see on top here we have the neck area, but we are gonna start from down. So when I measure here, I have a total of 17.5 inches, and we are now gonna start with making that. We are going to start our sweater from the bottom to the top. So we are gonna start by making a chain that equates to 17.5 inches without stretching. These inches were just random. You can increase or decrease on these inches depending on how big or small you want your sweater. So I am now going to make a chain that is going to equate to 17.5 inches without stretching. For a chain, just as usual, you start by making a slip knot, and for a slip knot you rotate your yarn around your finger and then bring your hook and pull this behind yarn. After that you are gonna yarn over, pull through, 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 up to when I have the inches I want. I am done with my chain. So at the end of the chain I am gonna be using double crochets. I am gonna make extra 3 chains, and that will count as one double crochet. So I'm gonna yarn over and come in the 4th chain, and I place there my second double crochet. I yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the first 2, I yarn over, pull through the last 2, I again yarn over, come to the very next chain, I pull through 3 loops on the hook, I yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, come to the next one, yarn over, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Let me show it to you one more time. I yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So my boxes, I made 6 double crochets. So this is 1, you count this chain as 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am gonna make 1 more double crochet to make it a total of 6, but on this 6th double crochet, it's where I am just going to yarn over and pull through the 2 chains. So instead of yarning over and pulling through the last 2, I am going to add my next color. I'm going to be changing color on each and every 6th double crochet of each color. I'm going to come and pull through these last 2 loops with the yellow color. I then pull this green color a little bit to make it a little bit tight, and then start crocheting with the yellow color. Hope you have seen how I have added another color. So I come right here, place my first double crochet, come place a second double crochet, I come place a 3rd one up to when I make 6. So on my 6th one, I am going to come and I yarn over, pull through only the 2 loops. I am now going to add another color. I am gonna get my pink color and I pull through these last 2 loops. I pull this yellow to make it a little bit tight. Don't over pull it and don't over make it loose. So I yarn over. You make sure that these colors that you are not using down as you are crocheting. So I'm going to yarn over and then come in the very next chain, and I place there my first pink double crochet. I come place there another double crochet, come to the next stitch, place there a double crochet up to when I reach the sixth one. I'm gonna be only using 3 colors. I started with green. I am now going to come down here and I pick the green color because it's the next color. I yarn over and pull through these last 2 loops. Don't forget to make this pink a little bit tight. I then come and place my next 6 double crochets right here with the 2 colors that I'm not using down. So after green, my next color was yellow, so I'm gonna come and pick the yellow color. I yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. I then come and place my double crochets, my 6 double crochets with yellow color. So I'm just gonna be doing this every after the 6th double crochet. I am gonna be changing color. So let me do this up to when I reach the end of this chain. I've reached the end of my chain. So here in the last 2 stitches, I am going to join these 3 colors together and then yarn over, pull through the last 2 stitches. After that, I'm gonna make a chain 1 and then turn my work. So when I turn my work, I am going to start with pink, since pink is my first previous color. So I'm gonna come right here in the very first stitch and I place there my first double crochet. I then come place a double crochet in the next stitch and in the next stitch as well. Make sure that as you're crocheting, you do not skip any stitch. So I come right here, place there my 5th stitch, my 5th stitch, and then come to the 6th one. So my next color is gonna be yellow color. I am going to come and yarn over and pull through the last 2 stitches. So I start with the yellow color. Make sure that these down colors are there in a straight line. You pull them a little bit, make sure I do not make it too tight, and then when I reach the 6th stitch, I only pull through the first 2 stitches and then pick my next color, which is green color, and pull through the last 2. You pull this previous color a little bit to make it a little bit tighter. So I then start placing double crochets in each and every green stitch that I have down here. So this is gonna be it. I'm gonna do this up to when I reach the end of the line. I have reached the end, and at the end, instead of yarning over and pulling through the last 2, I am just gonna join these 3 colors together. I yarn over, pull through the 3 colors. After that, I am gonna make a chain 1 and then turn my work. So when I turn my work, I am gonna start with green color, since it is my first color. In this very first stitch, I place there a double crochet. I then come to the next stitch and place there a double crochet. Come to the next stitch, place there a double crochet. In my 6th one, remember I have to change color, so I'm just gonna come, yarn over, pull through the first 2 and then get yellow. After that, I am now gonna come and start making double crochets in each and every yellow stitch that I have. I come to the 4th stitch, place there a double crochet, come to the next one, do the same thing, and when I come to the 6th one, I'm just gonna yarn over, pull through only 2 loops and then pick the pink color, which is gonna be my next color. I come, yarn over, pull through these last 2 stitches. So after that, I'm gonna yarn over and come start placing double crochets. So I know you are now well conversant with the pattern, so I am gonna do this. I am gonna be making boxes of six stitches with 4 rows. So this is my 3rd row. So let me get back to you when I am done with my 4th row. Well, I am done with my 4 lines, and this is what I currently have. So we are now going to start another box of a different color. We are going to be following this order. If my first box was green, the next one was yellow, and then the next one was pink, I am going to, if the first one was green, so I'm going to use yellow. Since yellow is my 2nd box, it will also be the 2nd one up here. And after making 4 lines, like after making the 4 lines of the box, I will then go to pink color to make it green, yellow, pink, just like it is here, green, yellow, pink. Hope I am clear. So I am now going to come and pick my yellow yarn. When I pick my yellow yarn, I start by placing a double crochet right here in the very first stitch. I then start placing double crochets in each and every stitch up to the 6th stitch. In my 6th stitch, I'm just gonna yarn over and pull through the first 2. So after yellow, the next color was pink, so I'm gonna come and pick the pink color, and I then continue with the pink color. So I come place my 6 double crochets to make another box. After the pink color, my next color was green, so I am gonna come and choose the green yarn. I then start placing double crochets of green up to when I make 6 double crochets. Well, after the green color, my next color is yellow, so I'm gonna come and choose the yellow yarn and then start placing double crochets. So I am going to do this up to when I get to the end of this line. I have come to the end of the line, so I am gonna pick my green color and then come right here in the very first stitch. I place there a double crochet, come to the next stitches, place there double crochets for the next 6 stitches. When I reach the 6th stitch, I am just gonna come and pull through the last two loops I have on the hook with the pink color, and then I continue with the pink color in the next 6 stitches. At the end of this pink color, I am gonna come and pick the yellow color, and when I pick the yellow color, I make 6 stitches in this yellow color. Well, this is gonna be the pattern, and I'm gonna do this and again get back to you when I am done making our 2nd box. Well, I am done with my 2nd box, and this is it. So I am now going to start a 3rd box, and after yellow color, you can see that it's pink, so pink is the one that is going to be up here in the very first box. So I'm gonna come and choose my pink yarn and then start by placing a double crochet in the very first stitch. Come to the next stitch, place there a double crochet, come to the next one and the next one, come right here, place there a double crochet. When I reach the 6th, I'm just gonna yarn over and pull through only the first 2, and then after pink color, it is green that is next, so I'm gonna come and pull through these 2 with the green yarn, and I then start with placing my double crochets up to when I have 6 of them. So after the green color, yellow is the next color. I am now going to come and pick my yellow color. When I pick my yellow color, I then start making double crochets. So I just wanted to show you for the 2nd time how you can start another box with a different color. Well, this is going to be the pattern. I'm going to be doing this, interchanging my colors, and I'm going to do this for 10 inches. and let me get back to you when I have boxes that can equate to those inches. I already have 10 inches, so we are now going to create the neck area up here. You are going to get this piece and fold it to get that middle point. So I'm going to come right here and I locate my middle point. So this will be my middle stitch. I then unfold it. I am now going, my neck area is going to be of 6 inches. So I'm going to divide those 6 inches by 2 to make it 3 inches. That means I'm going to have from this middle point, I am going to have 3 inches on this side and then 3 inches from this middle point to this side to make it a total of 6 inches. So you are then going to get your measuring tape and come mark where the 3 inches are going to end. So my 3 inches end around here. I am going to come and get a marker and mark this point. I am literally using yarn because I don't have a stitch marker, but in case you have one, better that way. So this was my middle point. I then come on this other side and again measure 3 inches. You measure 3 inches from the middle point. So if I again measure 3 inches from my middle point, the 3 inches will stop right here. So I'm also going to come and mark this point. Well, this adds up to a total of 6 inches. Whatever size you have made for the sweater, you are going to leave a neck area of 6 inches. You just divide your work into the middle and then you measure 3 inches on this side and then 3 inches on this other side. So we are now going to make 4 inches of our checkered stitch on this side and then 4 inches on this other side. Well, I am going to come right here. My previous box was green in color, so my next one is going to be yellow in color. I am going to pick the yellow yarn and then start with making the first box. I come, place right here a double crochet, come in the next stitch, place there, double crochet, come to the next one and the next one as well, and then come to this last one and place there a double crochet. So after yellow, my next color will be green. I am now going to come and pick this green yarn and then pull through these last 2 stitches. After that, I start with placing my green stitches on top of the previous pink stitches. So I'm just gonna do this and let me interchange colors and get back to you when I have reached this point. Well, I have reached this marked point, so I am gonna stop right here in this stitch and I'm going to come at the end, a yarn over and pull through these last 2 stitches. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. So as I told you already, we are only going to be considering this part before the marked point. So I am going to come and get my yellow yarn and I again resume with placing my double crochets. I come right here, place there a double crochet, come to the next stitch, place there a double crochet. Right here I am going to come and pick my yellow yarn and pull through these last 2 loops. After that, I continue with making double crochets. So this is going to be the pattern for the neck area. It's still the same thing, it's just the same pattern. It's just that for this time I have 4 boxes. We are just going to consider 4 boxes. Let me show it to you using this part. I made this for 4 inches. These are supposed to be 4 inches, just as you see, and in my 4 inches I have 2 boxes, 1, 2, and then I'm also going to come on the other side and I make those 2 boxes. These are 4 inches. So let me be doing this and get back to you when I have a part that fully looks the same as my first part. I am now going to get this part that I made first, and we are going to join these two parts. So I am going to reattach my yarn right here. We are going to be using single crochets to join these two parts together. So I am going to come in this very same stitch and also the very same one on this other side where I have attached my yarn. I yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. This is a single crochet. I come to the very next stitch and also the very next stitch on this other side. I yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. I come on this side and also in the very next stitch on the other side. I yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, come to the very next stitch and also the very next stitch on the other side. I yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through both the loops, come to the next stitch and also the next one on the other side. I yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. Well, this is how a single crochet is meant, and I am going to do this up to when I reach this point here, and I am also going to come on this other side and I do the same thing. So let me meet you when I am done joining the top part of my sweater. Well, I am done joining these 2 parts at the top. So now we are first gonna put this aside. I have already made my one arm and this is how it looks like. So before I explain this part, you are going to get your measuring tape and you measure the length of your arm. You are gonna measure this from your shoulder up to your wrist, and my arm is 21 inches. I have already made my part. I didn't want to explain this again since it's what we started with, and this is 12.5 inches as you can see. So from 12.5 inches up to 21 inches, the next inches will just be made of double crochets placed in back loops. So after making this part, I am now going to make the downer part of my arm, which is these double crochets in the back loop. I'm going to come in the very first stitch on this side and I reattach my yarn. So after reattaching my yarn, I am going to make a chain that is going to equate to 8.5 inches. So this is my chain, and since I'm going to be using double crochets, I am going to make extra 3 chains, and after that I yarn over, come in the 4th chain, this one, and I place there a double crochet, come to the 2nd chain, place there a double crochet, come to the 3rd one, place there a double crochet, come to the 4th one, place there a double crochet. Well, I'm going to be placing double crochets in each and every chain up to when I reach this point here where I have reattached my yarn from. After that, you are going to count 4 stitches, 1 2 3 4, then come in this 4th one and slip stitch. To slip stitch, you yarn over, pull through, and also pull through this loop that you have on the hook. After that, I am again going to slip stitch 4 times. So this is 1 slip stitch in the 2nd stitch, I come in the 3rd stitch and slip stitch, and also in the 4th stitch, and then turn my work. We are now going to be placing the double crochets in the back loops. You are going to come on top of this very first double crochet in this back loop and place there a double crochet. I also come in the next back loop, place there a double crochet. I yarn over, come in this next back loop, place there a double crochet, come to this very next back loop, place there a double crochet, and the next one as well, up to when I reach the end of the line. I have reached the end, and at the end I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. When I turn my work, I'm going to yarn over and again start by placing a double crochet in this very first back loop. I come, place there double crochet, come to the next back loop, place there a double crochet, come to this very next one, place there a double crochet, come to the next back loop, place there a double crochet, and the next one as well. So I am still going to be placing double crochets in only the back loops. Well, I have reached the end, and I am again going to count 4 stitches, 1 2 3 4, and then come in this 4th one and I slip stitch. So after slip stitching in the 4th one, I am again going to slip stitch 4 times. That is 1, I come to the 2nd stitch and slip stitch, come to the 3rd one, slip stitch, and also in the 4th one and slip stitch. After that, I turn my work, and when you turn your work, you yarn over and start by placing a double crochet in this very first back loop. You are going to come into this very next one, place there a double crochet, come to the next one and place there a double crochet. Well, this is gonna be the pattern, and I am going to do this up to when I reach the end on this other side. So let me get back to you after that. Well, I am done with my lines of double crochet, and this is it. So I am now going to fold this, and we are now going to join this side to this other side. I am going to come right here in this very first stitch, and I reattach my yarn, and again in this very same stitch, and also come in the very same stitch on this other side, and I am going to join the 2 parts together using a single crochet. I am going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. I come to the very next stitch and also the very next one on this other side. I yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, come to the next stitch and also the next one on the other side. I yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. I come right here and also in the next stitch on the other side, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. I also come right here and the next stitch on the other side and place there a single crochet, come right here and also the stitch on the other side and place there a single crochet. I am going to do this placing single crochets in the very next stitches on both sides. I'm gonna do this all around up to this side. So let me get back to you when I am done with this. I am done, and this is my arm. So we are now going to add this to the first part of the sweater that we made. It is already folded, so I am going to come and mark the middle point. The reason as to why I have marked this middle part is to make sure that from this point up to this point, this part is going to be attached to the front part, and then from this point up to this other point, it will be attached to the back part. And for easily joining this, I am going to start from this point. I am going to come right here in the middle, in this middle point that I've marked, and I reattach my yarn. So that middle point is supposed to be joined to the middle point again of this part of the sweater. And when I am joining, I am going to be using single crochets. So I'm first gonna join this upper part. I am going to come right here in this very next stitch and also come in the very next stitch on my arm, and I place there a single crochet. I come to the very next stitch and also the very next one on my arm and place there a single crochet. I come right here in the very next stitch and the next one on the other side and place there a single crochet. Come to the very next stitch and also the very next one on the other side and place there a single crochet as well. I am going to be using single crochets, so I can place right here a single crochet. So let me get back to you when I have reached this point. I have reached this middle part and I'm going to chain 1 and then get my pair of scissors and cut off this yarn, and then I am going to come and join the arm to the back part. So, and I am going to again start from where I started from, going downwards. So I'm going to come right here and I reattach my yarn. After reattaching my yarn, I am going to come in this very same stitch and also come in the very first stitch on this other side for the back part and place there a single crochet. I come right here and also in the next one place there a single crochet. Also come in the next one and the very next one on the other side, place there a single crochet. Come to this very next stitch and the next one on the other side, place there a single crochet. Well, I'm gonna do this again up to when I reach the downer part. So you should make sure that in case on this side, for instance, let me show you on this side, I stopped joining from the middle of the third box from down, and it's the same thing I have to do on this side. I should stop joining the arm to this part at this point around here, just to match it with this first point, and after that I am going to come and do the same thing on this other side. So let me get back to you when I am done. Well, I am done with joining my arms, and now I am going to join this downer part. Reattaching my yarn, come in this very same stitch where I have reattached my yarn from, and in the next stitch on the other side, and I place there a single crochet. I come in the next stitches on both sides and I place there a single crochet. Come to the next stitches, place there a single crochet right here in the next stitch and the next one on the other side, and place there a single crochet. It's just the same thing, and I'm gonna do this downwards and also come on this other side, and I do the same thing from where the stopped downwards. So let me get back to you after that. Well, I am done joining my downer parts, and I am going to come down here on my sweater, and I am going to reattach my yarn right here. So I am going to place double crochets all around the sweater. Oops, sorry. I come right here, place there a double crochet, come right here, place there a double crochet, come right here, place there double crochet. I'm gonna do this all around, and let me get back to you when I am done with this line of double crochets. Reached the end, and I'm gonna come on top of this very first double crochet that I made, and I slip stitch, I yarn over, pull through, and also pull through this loop that I have on the hook. After that, I'm going to change my work, turn my work. When I turn my work, I am now going to be placing my double crochets in front and back posts. So I'm going to yarn over and come pull this double crochet, the very first double crochet from in front, and I place there a front post. I yarn over, come pull this one from behind and place there a back post. I pull this one from in front, place there a front post. I then come pull this next double crochet from behind. If you pull it from behind, it becomes a back post, and if you pull it from in front like this, it becomes a front post. So after a front post, I am gonna come and make a back post. For a back post, I pull it from behind, I come make a front post, pull it from in front, and then for a back post, I pull it from behind like this. So I am gonna do this all around and get back to you when I am at the end of this line as well. Well, I have reached the end, and I'm gonna come on top of this very first front post that I made, and I slip stitch. After that, I'm going to chain one and then turn my work. When I turn my work, I am now going to be placing the front posts on top of the previous front posts. So my first one was a front post. Where there is a front post, I am going to make there a front post, and where there is a back post, I am going to place there a back post. Remember, for a front post, you pull it from in front and place there a front post, and for a back post, you pull it from behind, place there a back post. I can make a front post. The next one is a back post. I also place there a back post, and the next one is a front post. I also make a front post. Well, I am going to do this all around. After the line, I'll chain one and turn my work, and I'm gonna do this for just a few lines, and let me get back to you after those few lines. Well, I am done with my downer part, and this is what I have made about 5 lines. And what we have done here, it's the same thing that we are going to come and do right here in the neck area. I am done reattaching my yarn, and I am gonna start by placing a double crochet in this very same stitch where I have attached my yarn from. So I can place right here a double crochet. I am now going to start by placing double crochets all around the neck area. I come right here in the very next stitch and place there a double crochet. I come into the very next stitch, place there a double crochet, yarn over, come to the very next stitch, place there a double crochet, come to the next one, place there a double crochet. Well, I'm gonna do this all around and get back to you when I am again at this point. I am first gonna come on top of this very first double crochet that I made and slip stitch, and when I slip stitch, I'm going to chain one and then turn my work. I am now going to start making front and back posts, and you always have to start with making a front post. I can place there a front post, come to the next double crochet and place there a back post. I then come make a front post. After that, I can make a back post. I come make a front post. After that, I make a back post all around up to when I get back to my starting point of this line. Well, I am done with that line. I've chained one and already turned my work. So for the next line, I'm gonna be placing a front post where there is a front post. Well, I'm not explaining this so much since we have already done it. And then come place a back post where there is a back post. I come right here, place a front post where there is a front post, and then a back post where there is a back post. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and in case of anything, you can leave your comment. I will reply in no second. And for those who have not yet subscribed, you can kindly click on that subscribe button. And for those who subscribed already but didn't turn on the notification bell, you can also do so. That will help you to be updated in case I upload any new video. Well, I'm gonna do this all around up to when I get to the end of this line, and I might add one line of front and back posts. So let me get back to you when I am done with this. Well, I am done with making my neck area, and I have made a total of 4 lines. I'm going to come on my arm where I joined these double crochets to the checkered stitch. Do you know where you have these big holes? If at all you are not comfortable with the big holes like me, you can place single crochets all around. So I'm gonna come right here and I reattach my yarn. After reattaching my yarn, I'm going to come in this very stitch and also in the very next stitch on this other side, and I place there a single crochet, a yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I come right here in the next stitches on both sides, place there a single crochet, come to the next stitches, place there a single crochet. Well, I am doing this to cover up those spaces that I have. I am gonna be placing single crochets all around, and yes, this will finally cover up the holes that I have, and it is gonna mark the end of today's tutorial. I'm just gonna do this all around, placing single crochets just like I'm doing. Thank you very much for watching. You can leave your comment in case of anything, and kindly don't leave here without subscribing. And when you subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be posted when I upload any new video. Yes, so let me get back to you when I am back in another tutorial.